have there been any intense moments as a dealer where you in your head are going like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening? Because in my brain, I see it happen all the time when I go to Vegas where I go, what is the dealer thinking? Because they're usually so blank. Have you had moments like that?
But just being autopilot? Well, I'm at a point where I'm autopilot now, but it's probably when I'm dealing high limit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just $10,000 a hand.
Damn, yeah.
$10,000 a hand. One mess up, you're done.
Right.
Pretty much. So it's like, that's what I like about dealing. I think it really, really settled me to be in the atmosphere for fighting.
What's up, ladies and gents? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Raph Esparza, coming to you with another great installment of the Grappling Hour. I hope you're having a great day. I have had a phenomenal day. I got some training in. I have a friend here who we're going to talk to in just a second, but back on me. Hey, if you are here right now, I got a few favors to ask. First and foremost, if you like the show, I would love it if you could head on over to our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/grappling hour. And if you go there for just $5 a month, you can see my interviews 30 days before anybody else. And for a few extra dollars, you can see extra bonus content that's not available anywhere else, including tape studies, where we actually watch fights and matches with the athletes involved. We also do segments with our friends called the Grappling Hour Challenge, where we give them a submission and they have 2 minutes to hit that submission on me. The nice part is I get to roast them. Speaking of roasting, there's a segment called Roast Raph where people roast my competition footage. And I should say this, some of this man's friends have beaten me up, and I'm not a fan of that. However, you can laugh at my expense if you go to our Patreon and give us the monies. So that's kind of the trade-off that we have. So yeah, pro athletes, they don't fix my game. They just make fun of it. And yeah, it's a good time. Gary Tonin was laughing at one of my shit performances. So it was very fun. And if you like that, go there, patreon.com/grappling hour. You can also go to raphesparza.com/merch. Get yourself some Grappling Hour hoodies or some t-shirts. Every cent you put there goes directly back into the show. And it really does mean a lot to me. So I appreciate that. Then, if you like those things, like, comment, and subscribe on this channel right now. We got so much content coming up that you guys cannot even believe it. So if you like interviews like this, go ahead, make sure you're the first to be notified and get the little notification button so you see all the different stuff that we're putting up on a daily basis. And last but not least, if you enjoy the content and the conversations we have here on the show, you can go to our Discord at Grappling Hour to continue the conversations that we have here on the show. All right, let's get to our guest. What can I say about our guest except for the fact that we've been trying to get him here for months? Now, I say this, literal months. We've been trying to get him to show up here, and schedules being what they may be, this dude's got fights that sometimes are supposed to happen, then fall through. And in fact, I had to run into this dude the day after WrestleMania in Vegas instead of doing one of these in person. So we were able to right a wrong and actually make something good happen here. And I'm very happy to say that finally, for the first time, we have Nathan Hawthorne. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it is a pleasure to have you here. You were rolling with my students tonight. I cannot thank you enough. You were such a kind and generous grappler with them, and we really appreciate you coming to give them some good rounds, sir.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. It's always good. Bro, with new people, experience new techniques and stuff. And no, it was fun. It was fun.
And we had been playfully talking some trash to each other. So
yeah.
The hard part for me is you're a pro wrestling fan. So all I want to do is hit you with nonsense because I knew. And at one point, I was going to hit a crippler crossface on you. You were starting to kind of give that away, and you actually got out of it quite nicely, but it was coming.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was going to happen.
Oh, it was going to happen.
I didn't even know that was going to happen.
Yeah, it was close. I was trying to break down the posture a little bit. And the hard part about hitting moves, because if you don't know it's coming, I don't actually want to physically hurt you badly. I just want to get the move. The hard part is you're a fast freaking dude. So you move very quickly out of moves. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have the control of this. So yeah, we lucked out that you didn't get hit with that today.
Yeah,
But
today.
the next time. But you left this training session with me saying like, hey man, I'm going to see you back here soon. So is that a threat? Are you threatening me with another training session in the future, sir?
Threatening, not promising.
Oh, okay.
Promising.
Oh, you're promising. Okay. See, because you know what? I'm going to have to check the tape because it felt more like a threat at the time. And I feel some of the guys might affirm it might be more of a threat. You know, I know that you've gone on some other shows. I know you've gone on our friends over at UNFF's show, but I don't think you got to roll with those boys. So I'm just saying, this is, I think, the first time you get to actually threaten the host of a show.
Get put my hands on them.
Absolutely. Well, you did do this a couple times, and I was like, oh, he's one of these guys, huh? So how often are you throwing strikes in your grappling rounds?
Pretty much, probably like 3-4 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah, 3-4 times.
So not like an absurd amount, but a good amount that keeps you like regularly in that zone, because your game, your jiu-jitsu game, is a very good game for MMA. Like the style that you have, it's very clean, very efficient. Your movement is so good. And I was telling you off air, I was like, dude, I wanted to wrestle with you today, but I really just shouldn't be wrestling today.
Yeah.
But it's coming. And are you excited for that day?
Yeah, man. I love wrestling.
Yeah?
Love to wrestle. I've been doing it a lot lately. Shout out Team Millennia. I mean, getting me work.
So when did you find that you had an appreciation for wrestling? Was it the fact that you could combine your speed with that? Or is it like the scramble? Or did you just find something in that art that you said that spoke to you?
It was easier being on top than bottom. you waste less energy for sure. Yeah, so it was. I just felt it was easier, more fun to stay on top of people, and it's cooler picking people up and throwing them than it is.
I'll be honest, there were a couple takedowns, and he wasn't, to anybody who's watching from the gym, there was not a rude takedown, but there were fun takedowns. Like you got a couple of our guys like in that slight air where you just kind of like gently put them down. But I was like, damn, dude, some of the reaction times that you had on these boys were really nice tonight.
Yeah, I like the dump. I don't like to go too hard at my wrestling and jiu-jitsu because, you go too hard, you're going to fall into a guillotine or you go fall into something. So, you always got to be careful.
I remember that. You were trying to hit a little bit of a fireman's carry on me. And I should let people know this. We have a guy here, this 17-year-old. He's like a robot. I could just tell him, like, hit a fireman's carry. He does it. He came up to me.
Executes it perfectly.
He told me one day, he's like, Coach, I got a pretty good fireman's carry. And the next thing I'm going to ask him is, well, show me. And in the round, live, did it once. And I go, okay, do it again. Did it again. I go, wow, that's a great trick. I went to roll with him. He was trying to do it to me. And I go, no. You don't highlight real coach. And I had him in a guillotine. This dude's like grasping for air like a fish out of water. It's just like, wait, why are you doing this? And I was like, I told you. I was like, you can do it to other people. I like you playing that off other people. Don't do that shit to me. It was like, I don't want to be on someone's highlight reel later on Instagram. And he just goes, got it, coach. So never do that to you. And I was like, nah, you can do it when we're doing a wrestling round. I go, I just don't want to think about it during jiu-jitsu. And he laughs. He's like, but everybody else, I was like, oh, like a machine. Go hit it on everybody. So he's a good kid. Let me ask this. Okay. You, like I, are a fan of professional wrestling. It runs deep in your family is what I found, because I ran into you at the Raw after WrestleMania, but you didn't go to WrestleMania itself. So what brought you all the way to Vegas the day after WrestleMania, sir?
I was supposed to go to WrestleMania.
What happened?
But I didn't. It was on Easter, and I work at a casino, so I cannot get it off. It is blacked out. They will not give me the day off. So I'm like, well, second best thing is Raw after WrestleMania. So you know what? Had the day off. We all had the day off. We took a day trip, and we made it happen.
And that was your mom, right?
Yes,
that you
my
went
mom's
with?
a huge, biggest wrestling fan. Her living room is decked out a full wrestling mobile. I'll have to send you a picture. I'll send you a picture. It is crazy. She has a whole bunch of wrestling figures. She got the belt. She got Money in Bank briefcase hanging from the ceiling.
God.
Dude, she
Hold on. Let's stop here. Does she know how dangerous it is to have a Money in the Bank briefcase hanging from the ceiling? Did you guys ever try to take that off of
She
there?
just put it up there. When we moved out, she decked out.
Oh, she's so
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
She knew if she had kids, you dumb kids would come
Yeah,
to.
yeah. A lot of injuries from watching wrestling for sure.
I should ask that. Is that
yeah.
pretty much the beginnings of your MMA world? It was that?
Yeah. Just they said don't do it at home. I did it at home.
All right. What was your finishing move of choice, sir?
I finished the move, the RKO.
RKO?
RKO.
Okay. I saw the entry for it. Needs a little work.
Yeah,
But
it's been years.
it's been
years.
years.
It's been years. You know,
Hey, man.
Rusty?
I'm just saying. I was like, I knew you said you had two brothers. So who had to take the pin from the brothers? Did you have to take the pin for your older brother? And then did you pass that on to your younger brother? Is that how that works? Because somebody's always got to take the fall in a wrestling match.
Yeah, my older brother, but he would give me the pin, but my younger brother, I would get the pin on him. So.
Okay,
But
okay.
once he started getting bigger, I was like, shit. We're not wrestling no more.
So were these, when you were doing them, were they shoot matches? Because this is always the hardest part for kids to understand. It's not necessarily the don't try this at home. It's the you're both trying to do a shoot match and not cooperating, and maybe a move might happen. Or are you cooperating?
We are cooperating for the most part, but sometimes the ladder will come in. Sometimes we'll make our own table. Sometimes we're jumping off the couch. Yeah, there's a couple hospital trips for sure.
Okay, how did you go to the hospital, or your brother go to the hospital?
Well, it was mostly me going to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one, I was around, I want to say probably 10, 11. My older brother, he swings me across the bed. We would wrestle on the bed. I go through the window, cut my whole arm.
Oh,
I got a scar on my
no.
armpit. There's a big scar.
Oh
there.
no.
I got a scar here too from him. That he beat me up. Yeah, he probably why I do MMA now. I need to take a shot.
I was about to say, I was like, if you could survive that, I think you'll survive most MMA fights. Okay. Are we talking like that happens? He has the distinct older brother. Oh no, don't tell mom. Like, what happens here? Because first of all, whose idea was it for the match? Was it you? And two, are you staging the match as like, are you Randy Savaging the match? Like, no, we got to do here. This is the spot we go to next. This is what we do next.
Nah, we just winged it.
You just wing. Okay. You just called it in the ring.
I'm going, they go on the ear to tap the foot. Okay, I'm going for this. it was just, yeah.
Okay. What was your brother's finishing move then? Your older brother's?
My older brother. Do everything.
Really?
He
Okay.
wanted to do everything, so.
Did he hit like a razor's edge or a power bomb? Was he?
He liked the spear.
He's like the spear.
liked the spear.
Okay, the spear you were trying to hit me with wasn't terrible. It was just funny because it was just more of like a jiu-jitsu wrestling kind of tackle where I go, okay, I'm just
I
gonna
had
go
to
with
put
this.
my hair back. And you didn't hear me say it when I got close. So you,
Oh my
you think
God.
you know me.
That's
Yeah,
so
you don't
funny.
think you know me.
That's so funny.
That
You know
came
what?
in.
It is very funny. You were doing
Yeah,
that.
I put my hair back. I was like, I'm gonna catch
Oh
him with
my
this.
god, that's so
The
funny.
RKO didn't work. So
The arcade for sure didn't work.
you didn't see me get to the corner.
You
I
know,
was right there.
you know what it was? Is that I was trying to hit something back on you. I was trying to hit like a suplex, and then you just ran away. And I was like, all right, I can't pick on him. And then you re-engaged, and I was like, what is happening? So in my mind, I'm like, is he playing or is he not playing? Because I had one dude who was like, dude, I always like when you guys like wrestle like WWE stuff. He's like, I want to play that. So like one day I was working with him, and this is a dude when we wrestled for real for MMA rounds, never got a takedown on me. And I was trying to help him and fights MMA. So I was trying to like give him good rounds. And then one day I was playing around. He's like trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna hit his stunner. And he like duck unders and he gets my waist. And then he lifts me up and he hits me on the ground and my shoulder hits the ground. And I was like, bro, I know how to sell a move, but this is you wrestling for real. And now you're fucking me up. So I was like, yeah, we don't get to do this anymore. Like the sad part is I went into a like zone. Like right after that happened, I went into okay. And then I just proceeded to just fuck him up for like the rest of the rounds.
It wasn't WWE.
No, it wasn't, dude. But you know what's really funny is I was so in the zone. I think I hit him with like an actual camel clutch. Like legitimately just to like make a statement. And like
Is that the one with the arms?
the arms out like that. Oh yeah, dude.
He was backwards. He breast messed his back for the rest of his life.
Oh, bro. The way I thought of it was
Who has that one right now? Rusev, right?
Rusev has that one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the weird part is us in jiu-jitsu always think like you just do a rear naked choke from there. On that day, I was like, not good enough. Like literally had a crank, and that dude was just like, I think he knew he messed up because I don't roll like that with a lot of people. So is what it is. All right. So how did you go to the hospital? So did you go through glass? Because you're wrestling on the bed, you hit the glass. What happens then?
Oh man, I went to the hospital, got a couple stitches. I went through the window.
Oh my
on the other side, I got up. I was like, all right, that hurt.
What was the move you were supposed to be taking at that time?
I think it was his finish for the spear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the finish of the match.
Hey, we ended the right way.
So here's the thing that I think you have as a benefit is that your mom is a huge fan. So what does she say about this? Because she can't be happy, but there's a part of her that's gonna be like, boys will be boys.
Yeah. No, she was at work. So yeah, most of the time, both my parents were at work. So my brother is the one. So whatever he said goes.
That is pretty funny. Okay. So have you ever successfully hit a wrestling finisher in your jiu-jitsu rounds?
I can't say I have. I don't think I went for it. I don't think I've ever went for it. I wasn't like in that kind of mode when I was doing jiu-jitsu.
Because that's the whole thing is you saw me moving for certain moves.
Yeah.
And there's one or two, I won't tell you if I got them or not, but I'm
gonna have to take some notes and I'm gonna start throwing that in my jiu-jitsu.
hey man, listen, I'm happy to give you the notes. I will give you the primer. I'll show you the entry of it. I got no problem.
You see me ADCC. He's got the
Bro.
Boston crab.
And the thing is, every one of my students knows. They're like, has coach hit you with a Boston crab yet? And then they'll be like, no. And they go, he will. And I have a rule, which is I don't try to pick on civilians. So like, if you're not a wrestling fan, I don't try to do it to you. But if you're a wrestling fan, 100% I'm going for it. The other person I go for is if they say you can't do it. And I go, uh-oh.
Bet.
Now I'm going to do it 100%. And then when I land it, I literally go, I'm sorry. I thought I couldn't land this. And they're like, you won this one, coach. And I'm like, all right. I'm not saying I'm good at jiu-jitsu, but I'm good at dumb jiu-jitsu. So there is that. Okay. So that's one of the times. When else did you go to the hospital from a wrestling injury?
So we were trying to do a move, or he was trying to do a move. We were on the bed again. Went to the hospital. He let his, I don't know how, but his ass landed on my face. I don't know how that happened, but dude, it messed up my nose. And my nose, it was bleeding. Oh, it stopped bleeding. I think I kept bleeding like every hour for like that day. And then it finally stopped, but every day gushes of blood. Yeah. So I finally went to the emergency room. I guess I don't know what's wrong with me, but they stuck some balloons up in here, inflated it. They're like, they sent me home after all that, and I had that stuff in my nose. That shit hurt. And then my mom was like, I told my mom, no, this ain't it. So they went to another hospital, and they're like, oh, you just got a cut. I said, they're like, how'd you get that cut? So my brother's ass hit my face. But they said the cut was deep. It was like a deep cut, and it just kept on bleeding. It just kept opening up. So, and it was like mucus. I don't know. It was like globs of blood just pouring out. It was crazy. It was weird. But no, I took the fall like a champ.
So hold on. Let me ask for these two things, because now I put this together. You said it happened right at the end of the match for the first one. The second one, mid-match. So did you finish the match like a trooper, or did you have to call the match off? Like you had to throw up the X right then and there?
Yeah, I had to throw up the X. Yeah, it was too much blood.
But the first one though, because you had that, I'm just thinking like you have that across there. You're almost at home, if you would. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, the pin's got to finish. So do you finish out the story, or did you have to go like...
It was a 10 count.
It was a 10?
It was a 10 count.
That's amazing. Okay, good. All right. When you got to call it, what was your best match against your little brother? Like, what did you do to him? Because those were where you got to win. You were getting Hogan creative control back at that time.
I got control at the time. Yeah, it would be street fights. We'll be outside, get some street fights going. I get to use my weapons.
What weapons do you have as a child?
We had steel chairs. We had little ones around there. We were wild little kids. We my God. And then, just call the match. Hopefully hit the RKO and call it a quits.
Oh, my God.
But he was tough.
Yeah,
He took some shots. He was tough. Still is tough today. He was tough. I mean,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, if he could fight, well, he's got a couple fights, like some PKBs, but like he could take a shot. He could give a shot.
So was this with all of you in your family? Has everybody fought or had some
No, just
MMA?
me and my brother.
Just you and your brother. Okay.
We're like the first generations at our family.
Gotcha. Well, I was wondering that because one of the clips that caught my attention way back in the day was you did this Boston Crab on your brother.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he had a chair spot. And I was like, this was actually pretty well done. Like you were super fast in hitting that move. The arch was good. I was like, damn, that's a really good Boston Crab. And he gets this chair and he hits you in the back with it. And I go, man, they think about their spots really well. So it just goes to show the family is very much there. So I thought that brother trained.
Yeah, he trains once in a while here
Okay.
and there. But but he's the creative mind behind it. Yeah, he's the creative. That was his spots, his creative mind behind it. And
That's really funny.
we have some other videos we haven't posted of some wrestling movies.
Oh, really?
We guys could just send it out. It's
Okay.
been a long time. But
Well,
just editing takes a long time.
you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
So every year we do a thing for WWE BJJ Week, which is we try to make it go the week of WrestleMania. So the owner of this establishment that you are at here today, one of our first things that we did together was we would do a match. So every year we do like a gimmick match. And we geek out on all the smallest details. Like he loves being like, no, I like this move and I'm going to sell this and I'm going to do this. And I map it out. And I'm like, here's the shot list. Here's what we're going to do. And like, he's a fucking trooper, dude. He's like, all right, but I want you to put me on your shoulders and then spin and hit a stunner off of that. And I go, we can do that. So we have this really epic match that is yet to be aired that I think you will legitimately love. It is like, I don't want to say it's our masterpiece, but it's pretty good.
Hey, speaking of that, my uncles, they love wrestling too. My mom's brothers, they made they have what is that?
VCR?
VCR tape. They had their own pay-per-view.
No
in
way.
a jumper, yes. They had their own pay-per-view. They had like 3 of them. They had announcers. It was really good. I'm not gonna lie.
So this just runs in the family.
It
then.
runs in the family. Then later on, we remade it. So we had the video. I'm like, I want to say maybe 14 or something.
Wow.
We're all in character. We're all in wrestling in the not trampoline, but I think it's the jump house. We have
Okay.
commentators. We have
Oh
little
my God.
cutscene, dude. It's yeah. I gotta send you some videos.
Oh,
of that,
please do.
Yeah,
Because
it's-
there's nothing I love more than when you don't have a budget and you just have to have your creativity make up the imagination part. Because it's like, well, clearly you guys are some kids. You're a 14-year-old kid putting on a show. So you go, well, we don't have mats. What do we use? Oh, this bounce castle's available. Let's do it in there. So that is spectacular.
the cool thing is my uncle still did it. They all still
Oh
joined
my
in.
God.
And we all did it. We all
That's
did it.
so funny, dude. Yeah, you have to send me that.
Yeah, the only thing I'm embarrassed about is I came out as Brock Lesnar. I had a short hair. We're supposed to draw a sword on my chest. Right? It wasn't a sword.
But how far off is that from Brock Lesnar's tattoo? Because, like, when he got that tattoo and he said this was a sword, or no, didn't he have a grenade first or something? And then I think they drew a sword. Like, he was roasted so hard where they're like, that's a penis. And he's like, no, it's not. It's a sword. And you're like, no, bro, like you drew a dick on there. Like you should be embarrassed. And he tried so hard to make it such like a go hard tattoo that I go, this is embarrassing, Brock. So, okay. Let me ask this. Did you dress up like Brock Lesnar then? And like, did you have gear where it's like the Jimmy John's just shorts, no shirt? Is that
I
what you were
had
doing?
no shirt. Yeah, no shirt.
Because you're
I
right
don't buy
now,
shorts.
you're a $140, right?
Yeah.
So $140,
with some tips, but we ain't talking about that.
but all $145 of you now had to have been a $120.
oh no, I was like maybe $110. I was like 15. Like, I
Oh.
graduated high school probably like 120. Now, like when I'm outside at Kansas and focusing on my like, strength, I'm around. I get to like 155.
Okay.
It's 155. Just,
Okay. This is too funny to me. The fact that you're trying to tell me that a 120 and 125er is like, well, I was
I had the
clearly
blonde
Brock
hair,
Lesnar.
okay. My hair was really light back then. I don't know what I've been doing now. But yeah, they're like, yeah, just be Brock Lesnar. We'll draw a sword.
So you guys were all cosplaying as other people then?
Yeah.
Who were your brothers?
Who was my brother? Who was Sean? I can't really remember. It was a long time ago. I know my uncle was Mankind. It was Mankind. I think my brother was. I think he was MVP.
Oh, you know, I'm not far away from MVP now.
Yeah.
Like MVP comes to the Subversive. So the owner, the CEO of Subversive, he is invited MVP and he's a supporter of us. So he went to at least 2 or 3 of our shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like now we're literally like a phone call away from him. So that's why of all people you're like, oh, MVP. Yeah, my brother was MVP, which by the way, we'd love to see that get up because that had to be the best, like, what is it? Jersey and headband.
Yeah, the swimsuit.
Oh, I love
swimsuit,
it so
like a
much.
Swimsuit. Yeah, it was pretty good.
All right. Well, when we do the next WWE BJJ week, I am counting on you and your brothers to really come through for that. So keep that in mind. Okay.
Yeah, we'll make up some plans. We'll do a little match.
Okay. Okay.
I won't say no street fight match, but you might get a special treat.
I think perhaps now we're at a stage where you don't need to do the street match. We've seen how you end up in the hospital there. So let me ask this. Let's get some family favorites. Who are your favorite wrestlers?
As of now or before?
Let's say just comprehensive. You can tell me the growing list that you got.
Kurt Angle,
Okay.
Shawn Michaels, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker right now.
Oh,
Bronson Reed. I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed. A lot of people, he just on the grind. I seen him. He just been on the grind ever since.
You know, there
Don't
was
sleep on him. He's been working hard.
he has been working hard, but I want to say the moment I went from like, because I go through waves with people. The
Like everybody.
moment he went to do 20 splashes on Seth, I go, this is the best. He's not stopping hitting the same spam move that normally you go, whatever. They usually hit like Yokozuna doing a bonsai drop. You go, you can only do that once. All right, whatever. If he ever did it once or twice or 3 times, you'd be like, you're killing that guy. Don't do that. With that and him going back up and to hit those splashes, I go, oh, this is absurd.
With the security coming in.
I mean,
too.
yeah.
Dude.
It's so
the security
funny.
coming in. It's like, but they always stop it. He's up there to get it. Here comes, damn, someone's coming. They ain't gonna let him hit that. They ain't gonna. The dude's too vicious with it.
So okay, so that's those are the 5 right now. Braun's great. You know, this is almost from the same family. So I kind of put Kurt Angle and Braun in that kind of hyper reality version. So like they give off the era of the singlet of like real wrestler credibility, real athlete credibility, but incredible workers. Like Kurt, one of the GOATs all time.
Chad Gable too.
Yeah, I need Chad Gable to not be Grande Americano. Dude. Okay, I don't want to break that to you. I need Chad Gable to come back.
Okay.
So there's
Brandon Americano was there. He's holding it down.
he is. There's 3 of them now though.
I mean, they could be wannabes.
They could be wannabes indeed. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna tread lightly here. So we're gonna move past that one. Okay. So then, who are your mom's favorites? Because I have to understand. My wife enjoys wrestling. Like she kind of gets it, and she's cool with it. But our living room will never be WrestleMania themed or wrestling themed. So who are her favorites?
Her top 2. Number 1 is Triple H.
Okay.
Number 2 is Randy Orton.
Wow.
And Randy Orton is like right now her favorite. She has a blanket hanged up, a big ass Randy Orton. She got a cutout of Randy Orton, life size. She got a whole bunch of Randy Orton. We also like every year we try to buy her like a wrestling belt. So she has a whole bunch of WWE belts hanging on the walls, all the belts. So yeah, we tried to spoil her with that stuff. But yeah, Randy Orton, Triple H.
So let me ask this: you spoil her with belts. Did you ever get a belt?
I got 3.
You got 3. Which ones?
Are you talking about WWE?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I earned my belts. My brother bought his belts. He's bought he's got my brother's got the spinner. I'll send you a picture. We have it in our because I live with my brother. We live together, so we have like a little shelf.
Okay.
And then we got the US spinner.
Okay.
We got the WWE spinner rated RKO.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
We got the heavyweight, the Wing Eagle, the Roman Reigns one. Oh, what else? Which ones you got? I'll send you a picture, but we have like he says every time I get a belt, he said, I got to get one too.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So he's like, you missed. He said, I missed 3 chances you getting a belt because I lost 2 title fights. So he was like, well, I can't get a belt now because you haven't won a belt.
Look at him.
Dude, yeah.
Like, by the way, hold on. Is this Sean?
Yeah, it's my little brother.
Little brother Sean. This is some high stakes. Sean, why don't you go win an MMA fight, sir? That's a
He's
very
wanted in PKB, right?
Okay.
Undefeated,
But
undisputed.
like, you ain't telling him like every time you win a PKB, I get a new championship. This dude's like, hey man, don't ruin this for the both of us. You better go out there and get a championship belt because I just found another version of the big gold belt that's on sale. So you go win that.
Yeah, I forgot. I got the big gold watch.
Oh, you do?
myself. Yeah, I
Good
should've
for
worn
you,
it,
sir.
should've worn it.
See, here's the issue now.
That's the bet I got. The only bet I got. I'll be walking at work. Really, I'd be like that. I'd be holding it up.
Amazing. See, here's the issue. Now that I know this about you, I know I can take these belts from you. Like now I know. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to challenge you for the UNF belt. I know those people. I'm not going to challenge you for like, you going after the fighters rep title and all these other things.
I am the fighters rep champ, technically, but
Well, that's the other issue is the fighters rep organization is not doing fights right now. So even if I was good at kickboxing, I can't challenge you to that. However, I should say this. The guy you were talking to earlier, Crispy, he won a title belt and then he came up and that Naga belt that's up there, that's mine. And he would be like, all right, let's go belt for belt. And I go, what? What are you doing? And he goes, how about full MMA rules? Your belt versus my belt. I was like, I will fuck you up, dude. Like, I don't care how much you kick me. You're $120. This shit's not going to hurt me.
the kid. I was
Yeah.
talking to earlier.
He's a sweet kid. He's a really nice kid. But he was just like, once he brought a belt home to the gym. So I was the first one to bring a belt.
WCK.
He won a WCK title. So he brings it. I'm like, dude, congrats. And I'd even said, we were posting it above the fridge originally. And I said, we should do a tradition where the new belt gets displayed over there. And then he's like, get your fake belt out of here. And I was like, bro, I won that belt. Like, I did have to do some work. So respect that. He's like, let's go belt for belt. And I was like, what are you going to do when I take both belts? Like, how sad are you going to be when me, a non-striker, fucks you up? And he goes, would you really do that? I was like, yeah, don't challenge wrestling fans to belts because we will go crazy over them. So that was a little learning curve he had to learn. But do you ever look when you go to these wrestling events and just go like, that nerd has a fucking championship belt? I think he has to defend it.
Always.
Right?
Always.
And you're sizing everybody up, right? I tell people, I'm like, I like my odds in a lot of these matchups.
I'm looking around like, I want your belt.
Because, dude, there was somebody at an AEW event that just had that giant, like, gold belt that they had that was bigger than them. And I was like, bro, you can't even shoulder that. You need to just give that to me or I'm going to take it. And I feel like, when you know things like martial arts, I'm not even saying I'm the best martial artist, but good enough to beat a lot of these wrestling fans, sure. When you have, like, a certain skill, you're like, it's like, is this like a doctor's oath I took where I can't do any harm to these nerds because I learned this martial art? Nah, fuck it. I'm going to take that belt.
It's crazy because like once you start learning martial arts, your confidence really does grow.
Yeah.
Your confidence does grow. And sometimes some people have a big head. And sometimes,
I just tell people this. I'm like, I feel like most jiu-jitsu people I'm around are so much calmer. We know what we can do. We come here to train, not to like fight. And some people do come and fight. So we'll get to your fight story here in a second. But I did want to say, I was so happy when I ran into you at WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, because you just look so relaxed. And I see you all the time fighting. And it's not that you're like super nervous or anything. You're just locked in on those days. And it was cool to see you on an off night. So I was glad we got to run into each other because I make it a point to when homies or people that we know are like, I'm like, hey, just stop by and say hi. Like we can see each other for like 5 minutes on our way in and out. And I was with another dude from 10th Planet who I didn't get to see, but I was seeing on my way before I was about to drive. And I was just like, hey, let's shoot the shit. And I met your mom and I go, oh, that's dope. And then I guess your cousin was there too.
Yeah, my cousin, mom.
So always a family event. I thought that was really, really cool to see your whole family go like that.
Mankind right there. That was him.
I didn't know there was Mankind. Now that
Mankind right there.
just
Yeah, the promo, pretty good promo.
did he really? Did he have the voice
Dude,
down?
Yeah, bro, yeah. He was in the corner just dude, it's gold.
So wait, did you have to cut a promo like Brock?
Did I do a promo? I don't think I did because Brock really don't cut too much promo. I think I was just jumping around.
Did you have? Well, you know what? I could see that from you, just in the way you warm up. You know, I actually could see you do it. Oh man, that's really funny. Did you have like a Paul Heyman for you?
No, I don't think I had a Paul Heyman. See,
I've got you.
There we go.
I will be
I
your
need
Paul
it.
Heyman, sir. 100%. Even though this dude had the nerve when I asked him to go across the street to give me a Kit Kat, I had my shirt off, and he just goes like, "I don't think you need to eat one of those." And I was like, "Sir, wow."
yeah, I got to take a couple shots at you.
Hey man, you got to take all the shots you can. But I was like, I had to tell you, I was like, hey man, for 43, this is a very decent shape. Let's just say that. I will be looking at you when you turn 43 and being like, yeah,
I'm gonna be on some.
you're gonna be on.
I'm gonna be on something. I'm gonna be jacked. I've been telling everybody, like, once I'm done fighting, I'm jacked. I'm gonna be doing jujitsu in the gi. Oh, it's all
Here's-
systems go.
You know what though? Here's the worst part though. What if me, not on the gear, still all those years later, still can beat you up and you're on the gear?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be possible.
I mean, it might be because it's all technique. So I just need to know. I might be brittle, but I'm fairly clever. So I'll figure out a way. I know everyone's kryptonite. Like that is my superpower, is being like, got it. So just like, all right. You mentioned you worked at a casino. What do you do at the casino, sir?
I'm a tables game dealer.
What deal?
I deal blackjack, UTH, roulette, Pai Gow, baccarat. Just all the carnival games, pretty much 3-card poker, Mississippi stud. I don't do poker, like poker.
Yeah.
I do the table games where I'm the house.
Okay. How'd you get involved with that?
My uncles are actually dealers.
Oh, nice.
So, well, I've been in the casino industry for like 10 years.
Okay.
I just hit my 10 years. I'm like, shit. Time flies.
It does. It
Time
does.
flies. So I started off over there as a pool boy, just picking up towels, trash towels at the pool. It's a cool little gig. And then I went into the restaurant business, became a back waiter, and then quickly became a server. And then I was like, fuck, I don't like doing this. So my uncle's like, why don't you just be a dealer and try to be a dealer and make good money? You don't have to work as hard, but high risk, high reward. So I did the classes there. I got accepted in like the academy and did that for about 3 months and then became a dealer. It was cool. It's fun. All I do is play games all day. So chilling. But I'm planning on quitting very, very soon.
Okay. So you have an exit strategy kind of planned, which is normal. I mean, anybody who's in a career for 10 years and you have a pretty budding fighting career as well. So you have options on what it is you can do. But I just find that fascinating because I love gambling. But because I gambled when I was a kid, I have a pretty good amount of control. So that means like I don't have to compulsively gamble, but I want to see the games every once in a while. I'll be like, oh, I'm interested. What are the odds? Okay. And I love the socialness of poker. So when I play social poker, real fun, real loose. When I play against some of my really good friends, like again, the guy who owns here, it gets a little more serious.
Oh, yeah. Poker. Mind game.
Yo,
Tricks.
for sure. So for you, I don't know how much you can say, but in terms of like crazy moments, have there been any intense moments as a dealer where you in your head are going like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening? Because in my brain, I see it happen all the time when I go to Vegas where I go, what is the dealer thinking? Because they're usually so blank. Have you had moments like that?
But just being autopilot. Well, I'm
It's-
at a point where I'm autopilot now, but it's probably when I'm dealing high limit.
Mhm.
Some people are just $10,000 a hand,
Damn. Yeah.
$5,000 a hand. One mess up, you're done
Right.
pretty much. So it's like, that's what I like about dealing. I think it really, really settled me to be in the atmosphere for fighting. So I walk in that cage, people looking at me, watching me do my thing. Same exact thing for dealing. I'm there, full table, 8 people, more people watching. Just do my thing. Don't let no one distract me. Focus, focus, focus. So when I go into that cage, I'm locked in. I'm focused. Don't hear no one else. Just hear my coaches. Same thing in GAM, or same thing as being a dealer. Just locked in. So I think it's a perfect platform for fighting. So I did that. My nerves are gone. Like every time I step in that cage, I'm always calm, cool, collected. I'm just standing there.
It's true. You are. I've noticed that about you. And I've noticed no matter win, lose, draw, whatever you've had, you have a great sportsman attitude. Like I've always seen you pretty upstanding and just being like, all right, we won this one. Let's go. All right, we didn't win this one, but you hold yourself to a certain standard that I really do like. But man, that does explain so much in terms of composure. I don't think you need to say how big of a tip you've ever gotten, but like, have you gotten good tips from people if they're at those high limit areas from people? And is there a moment where when that happens, you're looking at them and being like, sir, please stay here as long as you want?
Sometimes you're like, I don't want to take your money.
Yeah.
It will flip. Like,
yeah.
some days you're hot, some days you're not. Some days you're lucky, some days you're not. So it's just like you're dealing, it's a hot shoe. Boom, boom, making money, da-da-da. Because you're there for 30 minutes. So hopefully it goes good for 30 minutes. Good 30 minutes, 15 minutes in, then the last 15, killing. Oh, there goes 100K. Oh, there goes another 100. They just, it's crazy how much money people have there. They'll just literally, ain't nothing. Come back. Here's 50K.
God, man.
Bro, you're not going to beat me. I'm hot right now. Like, go somewhere else, please. I felt bad because I have like fucking stack of chips they're tipping me and they're like, I'm getting my money back.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, please, someone come tap me out. That's what they do every 30 minutes. We got another deal that taps you out. And they're like, I'm like, come on, please. Please. I don't want to be this pressure. Sometimes it gets pressure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're dealing with strangers' money. And maybe you've seen this as a jiu-jitsu coach or just being around parents. The way that people try to game a system is always like, no, there are very clear rules. Like a takedown is maybe 2 points here. And people will be like, that wasn't a takedown. And you're like, sir, his elbow and his ass is on the ground. Like, are we talking control or are we talking a takedown? Because there's clearly a thing there. So when I find the lowest parts of humanity in those moments in jiu-jitsu where I go, why are they yelling? It's because they care about their family, their kids, their students. I get that, but it's always gross to see. This is a little different in that people are fighting over their money. So they're literally looking at you, and I'm sure that they're looking at some kid who to them probably looks rail thin, and they're like, I just wish I could beat this guy up. And I'm pretty sure you're like, oh, I wish we could fight, dude, sir.
Yeah, dude. I've got into it a couple times with some people. But it's usually high limit because sometimes these guys are just, man, they just got a problem.
Yeah.
It's got a problem. They need to blame somebody. I didn't tell you to gamble, bro. Like, when you get out, it's not my fault. But, I mean, they got to blame somebody. And I feel like that's what I get paid for. I get paid to get yelled at, you know? But, yeah, I'm like, you wouldn't say that shit. This badge was off. But yeah, I'm telling you. But a lot of people, like the people behind me, and they see people just like talking shit to me. I'm just chill, calm. Just, all right. Well, good luck, man. I hope you.
I mean, I have to.
How do you do it? I'm like, bro, I fight. My full-time job is to fight.
Yeah.
So
that is something I did appreciate about when we were rolling, is that, you know, I like to joke and I'll throw in a couple jokes here and there. I'm just so relaxed and just having fun. Like you're trying to throw jabs back at me. I'm clearly better at it. But like, I just knew, I was like, no, that's fun. Like we're having fun. That's what we're doing. And so I think there's silly things where the first moment I was hitting a pin and you're like, what is this? Wait, no, wrestling. No. And I go, perfect.
It went out the window.
How does it go out of your window? Sir,
I'm in jiu-jitsu mode. So
you're in jiu-jitsu mode, but you are.
And then I was like, who am I? Oh, I know I'm wrong. Rap. Damn it. Okay, I got to get this shit.
Because you are a man who wrestled in your mom's house as a kid. You went to the hospital. You are more than just a civilian, sir. You are a vet of, I can't even call it the backyard wrestling days. It's just, you were some kind of front yard wrestling, whatever it was, indoor wrestling.
In the woods too. Everywhere.
Bounce castle wrestling.
Yeah. So, some pay-per-views.
It's so funny to me. I'm literally, it is very entertaining. However, having said that, when I did that to you, to me, I like people like that. So to get you that kind of way means they have to be talking aggressively. And that, of course, comes when they spend that much money. So let me ask this. Amongst your friends, do they ever try to get you to be the dealer? Like if people get together, they're like, well, you deal. So you're going to be dealer for our blackjack or for a poker night.
The thing is, man, I don't hang out nowhere.
Good for you.
I go work, I train, sleep, work, train, sleep. That's it.
Good for you,
man.
man.
That's my life in the past 3 years. So my fun is in the gym. I love being in the gym. I love having fun in the gym. I don't like going out drinking. I don't like doing all that stuff. When I was younger, yeah, but this is my purpose, my passion. I love this. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but there.
Good for you. I just know that maybe we should get you to come in and teach a seminar here. Our boys, and it deeply hurts me. When we have a poker night, they cannot shuffle.
Oh, yeah.
And
you guys a little shuffling machine. You ever had one of those?
I love the shuffling machine, but you know what the issue is? I just look at them, and there are certain things I try not to harp on too much, but I think there's certain things about manhood and being a man that you should know how to do. I think you should know how to tie a tie. I think you should have a suit. I think those are non-negotiable. So when I see young men who come in, they're like, Coach, I don't own a suit. And I was like, what's wrong with you? Own one suit. I'm not telling you multiple suits. Own one suit.
And go to a gift store. It's not bad.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm not telling you to have like a $20,000 suit. I'm telling you just get like a good $150 top, bottom, dress shirt, and a tie. That's it. You got to go to weddings and funerals. Mm-hmm. So at some point, don't be that guy. They're like, okay, coach, okay. Dude, how do you not know how to shuffle? Like, how do you get this far, especially if you like gambling? Mm-hmm. Because I walked in and these guys were like, hey, ref, I'm going into their poker night. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, all right, well, you guys have done this before. What's going on? And they're like, I don't shuffle. And I go, is there a particular reason? They're like, I don't know how to. And I go, oh, this is like someone telling you they can't read. Oh.
You know what's crazy? They can't shuffle cards, but they can shuffle their chips.
Yeah, I've seen that too. But I'm just wondering how that happens where you like gambling, you play poker, but you never had to shuffle. It tells me that people gave you kid gloves when you were at a table, or that, like, I don't know. There's another unspoken rule that I have when I invite people to poker, where I would go, hey, listen, if you drink, offer to bring beer. Do not show up empty-handed. You are going to someone's house, you bring something. So when I used to host a poker night at somebody else's place, come in every time, beer. Somebody didn't drink, I'd bring like a little bit of food. So I'd always be like, whatever it is, if you don't drink, I don't care. But you should always do something like a gesture. Yeah. And the funniest part was one time somebody showed up and they didn't have beer in hand. And I was like, okay. They left. They came back. They brought beer. And I was like, all right, you can come in. But I told them, I'm like, just don't be rude. That's like, even if you have a 6-pack, I'm not telling you to be rich. Just something that says like, I'm coming to your place. So the same thing happens when I show up and I'm like, y'all don't shuffle? They're like, no. And they literally go around the table. There's 8 people. And I go, there's 2 people who shuffle. How did you do this without me being here? I'm one of 2 people who shuffle. Yeah, I was like, what did you do? And then I started looking at it and I saw one guy kept winning and I go, do you not realize that when you don't shuffle, that dude's going to keep winning? Because you didn't shuffle. Like, what is happening? And so I would literally just shuffle for everybody. So that's what I was wondering for you. So I'm glad you're able to take that away. Maybe when you're done and retired, maybe you get to play some recreational stuff. I don't even know if that's going to matter to you, but maybe that could be a little more fun of something that you do in the future because, you know, it's hard to do it when it is your job though.
Yeah. I used to gamble a lot, but you can't beat them, join them. You know? But that's what I tell everybody. It's like, used to gamble. I was like, yeah, but you know, you can't beat them, join them. So
hey, man, I mean, you know what? I think obviously your uncles were right. It was a good line. It was better than waiting tables, bussing tables. It's better than being a pool boy. Like, you get indoors, you get there, and like you said, you have a good fucking mentality for it where you're even keel, and that's hard to come by, dude.
And to make money, you gotta be an entertainer up there. So
yeah,
it's just like fighting.
Okay. So when you're okay,
talk some shit.
Oh, do you? Yeah. You're talking a little shit to these guys,
dude. It's crazy. They like it. It's fucking crazy, bro. The fucking more shit you talk, They'd be like, "Oh yeah, I like this guy." Start throwing
Okay.
you some money. So okay, you get a little try. I've been doing it for 5 years, so you kind of
No. I mean,
know about
but that's what I'm saying is the reason why it's somewhat surprising is you weren't talking shit back to me as much when we were rolling.
yeah. I was getting smashed.
Well, you know, I mean, you got what is it? The Marshawn Lynch, who like, I'm gonna get got. I'm gonna get more than I got. Like that to me is kind of the expression of it. But the way I like to tell people is there's plenty of times where I'm working from bottom and somebody's in mountain. I'm still talking shit. Like I don't need to be winning to talk shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I just talk regardless. Like my Spar Star fight, I was talking to Michael in that fight.
Were you really?
I was really talking to him.
What were you saying to
I was
him?
just saying, "You ever get fucking tired?" And I started punching him. I was like, "We gonna stand up?" And I was talking to the rep too. He was like, "Rep, he just on my back." He's like, "Can I just slam him?" He's like, "You can slam him." And I just slammed him. But yeah, no, I talk. Most of my fights, I'll talk.
Okay.
Because I'm just having fun. And then
Yeah.
just once I get punched in the mouth, I'm like, all right, I know what to do. And then, you know, he's going to stall and hold me there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, I'll talk a little bit, get him out of his game.
You know what it is? Now that I know this, the next time we roll, when you come back here, I'm going to make those notes. I'm going to make the adjustments. I'm going to talk even more shit the next time we're rolling. I'm going to be like, hey, bro, I thought that you were a good dealer. You know what it is? Next time I finish a move on you, I'm 100% going to be like, that's all my time, everybody. Thank you very much. Just,
In the hand, get out of here. Here's the other dealer coming in, or the other person to roll with.
I tell people that all the time whenever I tell like the best joke at night. Like if I'm about to leave and I tell like a joke and it hits, then they'll be like, that's all my time, everybody. Thank you so much. Tip your waiters as you go. Well, you know, that's a fascinating thing to me. And if you are going to quit, what do you want to do? Is it then pursuing another career? Is it going more into fighting? Like what is the next step?
Full-time fighting.
Full-time fighting.
I don't want to leave no regrets. No regrets. I can always go back to dealing.
Yeah.
Always go back to dealing. If I'm not a dealer, I could be a floor, get paid good, but it's not for me. I want to 100%. I want to put my all in before I get too old. I got a small window left. So
Yeah.
got it now or never, you know?
All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk origins because to me, we got a little bit of the origin. So we understand the dude who got cut and went to the hospital, the emergency room, was wrestling. That's going to be a pretty tough dude because he's not going to stop doing it. You take all these scars, you're like, oh, I'm scarred up. Like, bro, I can't even see them. But to you, I'm sure they took a while to really even heal from there.
There's a little smiley.
I see it. There's a little
Yeah, looking at me.
You know what it is? It looks like someone just bit you. Is really what it
Yeah, he's
is.
saying a shark got me.
So you said you played soccer for 15 years?
Yeah, about 15, 16.
Wow. Was it the only sport that you played as a kid or was like soccer the designated love?
Soccer was the designated. I mean, I'd go to the park with my cousin and my brothers, and we'll play football, we'll play basketball.
Okay.
I played everything. Try to play everything, but not like officially played football, not officially play basketball, like on a team.
Okay.
Just go play some pickup games, go play some tackle football, smear the queer, blah, blah, all that stuff.
Did you feel like you were an athlete as a kid or were you just playing because you really liked the game elements of the sports?
I think my family's very athletic.
Mm.
My uncles were very good at soccer. Very athletic. They're good at all sports. Same thing with my brothers. We're all good at sports. I think it's just my athlete, but I love the game of soccer. I didn't like watching it. I'll tell you that.
Really?
I love watching it.
Oh.
Watching it, but I love playing it. I love playing the game. I love the competitiveness.
I'm trying to remember if I was the same way too. You know, I actually liked watching soccer more after I was done. I don't know what it was, but when I was in it, we would go to games and, you know, I'm clearly older than you, but we were right as soccer was starting to become a little bit bigger in the 90s and it was starting to explode. And we had some small success as a team, especially on the women's side. Like I would go to games and I just remember being like, I just want to be playing soccer. And then I think the anxiety went away once I stopped playing soccer. And I go, oh, I can kind of watch it now. When the World Cup goes on, dude, I'd be one of those idiots up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. And I'd be up. Oh, dude, I love it. It's something about, I can liken this with also pride fighting, where there's a small community of absolutely batshit crazy people who do it. And when you're part of that small society of like, I stayed up for that. Did you stay up for that? Did you see that UK game? Oh my God. What an insane moment.
Conversation.
It is great. And you bond with those people quickly because you know they're committed. So like when I first started watching fighting, I had friends who'd be like, come over at midnight. And I was like, what? They go, yeah, Pride is, going from Japan. So just come over to my place at midnight. And I go, I don't think I'm supposed to be like allowed at people's places too late. Like, it's not nice. You're not supposed to be at somebody's place that late. And they were the nicest people who were like, come over, we're watching the fights. And there I was being like, oh, these people are legit insane like I'm insane. Okay. And I found community there. And I thought, oh, okay, these people like the same thing. So that was kind of like my beginnings of watching it. So playing soccer, how do you find MMA? Is it through your brothers? Is it through whatever? Like, how are you finding this world that we get into?
I want to say I never watched UFC or nothing. I never watched UFC until I think it was Connor. I seen Connor fight. So it was just, I think he was fighting, who was he? Marcus Brimage?
Okay.
It was like Marcus Brimage, and he lit him up, and he just his character. And I was like, this is cool. I think I could get into this. It looks fun. So I was like, all right. Well, at the time, I think I was in high school. I was in high school at the time doing soccer. Senior year, I should be starting. I've been starting since junior on the varsity team. No, since sophomore year on the varsity team. All of a sudden, this other person comes in. He's like one of the coach's favorites. So they split my play time with him. So he would start, and then I'll finish the game every game. And I was like, fuck this. I want to do something where my hard work shows. No one can take it away from me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, called up my friend. I was like, hey, check out, there's an MMA gym in San Jacinto, which is Team Quest. This is where I started. He was like, I was like, you down to go with me? He was like, I don't know. And then we throw up. So like, fuck it, we went over there. First class was jiu-jitsu, actually. Did jiu-jitsu, got whooped. Got freaking whooped. It was in the gi, got whooped. And then did the class after was Muay Thai. I think it was with Jared Bandera. It was with Jared. Got whooped there too. And the funny thing is, my friend that went, he whooped me. We do a clinch drill that he whooped me. He does not let it down to his day. He's my roommate. He's like, you remember when I beat you in that clinch? I'll be at the house like, oh yeah?
Wow. I mean, I will tell you this, living with other grapplers, fighters, MMA guys, it is the quickest dissension into, we can do this right now. Like anybody has ever seen. Like we have mats here. So if you spoke out of turn, I'd be like, well, we have mats. That makes sense, right? If I'm at a bar, you would think, oh, you just spoke out of turn. Okay. We'll settle this on Monday. No, we might be in the bar, like clinching and doing that. And I go, what is wrong with us? Like there is a screw loose. So I love the fact that you still to this day are like, no, I'll get it back. Yeah, I have no problem. I'll get it back right now.
But he doesn't train at all. But he's a big UFC fan.
Wait, I'm sorry. You let this man retire and walk away with that.
It was our first day.
Brother.
Well, I mean,
no. You need to get him back here.
I bring him to a park, and he thought he could take me down. I stuffed him. Yeah, I was whooping him.
Okay. I was about to say, it was like, you could not let that dude walk off home run and be like, I'm retired. That's it. Can't do it. I'll be like, no. What are you doing tomorrow, man? You should come to the gym. Like, I would find an excuse to get him back here. So I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. He knows. The other day I got him. What did he do? He grabbed my leg because I was running up the stairs. Yeah. He'd be trying to grab my feet. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He just grabs my feet, tried to hold me down. So I ran up the stairs, got away from him. He cut the corner, shoot a blast double.
Oh my God.
Bring him down. I was like, hey, don't grab my damn feet again.
I'm going to tell you this, dude. The fact that people are still doing this, I don't know that you're any safer than you were when you were a child wrestling in your mom's bedroom. Like, the fact that this is still going on, like you would think you're old enough to be like, maybe you don't need to baby proof the house, but I still feel like the place you're living with these dudes right now is like, I don't know that's any safer now than it was back then.
I mean, every time I see my roommate, we're always shadow boxing. Like, you want some of this shit, huh? We do some messing around. I'll be just sitting down, TV comes up.
Oh, good for you, man. I mean, that's
I'm on edge, I guess.
That's a little different. I don't mind that because, dude, I mean, half the time, some of the guys here, I don't do the striking with them. So sometimes they're like, coach, we want to see you striking. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm your grappling coach. And I go, and it's not that I don't like striking. It's just, why do I think I'm going to be picking a fight with you? And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then I immediately kick them. Like 100% will be like, dude, I'm not going to do that to you. And 100% like totally sell them on I'm not going to hit them. And then I all of a sudden hit like a push kick on them and they go, the fuck, coach? And I go, you fell for it. You're an idiot.
You
So
seen Jared's leg kick challenge?
what is? Oh, you know what?
Dude,
I think so. Describe to people if they have not seen what it is, but I think I've seen the videos. Yes.
Yeah, so Jared's leg kick challenge, he's you kick him, he'll kick you. But he's not gonna go 100%. You can kick him as hard as you want, but he gets to get one kick. So, but especially on your birthdays. So if it's your birthday, don't show up to Team Quest Hemet. It's your birthday, you're gonna get a line of like 12 guys chopping your legs down, and then Jared's the last one to come up. He don't take it easy.
I don't.
And his leg is huge. He broke my hand before.
Oh my
We were
God.
messing around. We were just messing around. And he threw a kick, and I went to parry it.
Yeah.
And somehow my hand jammed
Oh.
and fractured it all inside. Yeah, don't mess with a heavyweight. I'll tell you that.
Jared's a big boy. Why are you doing this? Like, what
He's
is?
my coach, so I'm always I used to always mess around with him.
It's just logically, you would think this is a bigger dude. Maybe I shouldn't, and you're just going all the extra mile to say like, no, I think I should. That's all the more
I
reason.
mean, the size didn't really matter to me. I usually just go in there and scrap.
That's fair. Okay, I get that, and I appreciate that about it. It does show that you.
I know I'm gonna get
actually fight.
whooped, but you gotta at least try.
You're gonna try to get got before you
Yeah.
get got. Okay, so that's your first experience for jiu-jitsu. Where does the striking start to take hold? Because you fancy yourself more of a striker. You have an appreciation, and clearly you're a very, very good grappler. But where do you find this appreciation for the striking side?
So my first 2-3 years, I focused a lot. I mean, I did Muay Thai a little bit at Team Quest, but mostly jiu-jitsu. I did a lot of jiu-jitsu. I got to blue belt. I got like three or four stripes, but I got 3 MMA fights or 2 MMA fights. No one wanted to see me fight. No one wanted to see me fight because I was a grappler. Jiu-jitsu, pull guard. Like my first early fights, you see me take the back, shoot up a dart, shoot guillotines. I was just shooting submissions out everywhere. And then they're like, no, we don't want to see this. It's boring. At the time, people didn't want to see it. So I was like, well, I need to sell tickets. I need to learn to freaking strike. I need to get a very good striking coach and learn to strike. That's a part of my game I want to, because people want to see knockouts. So I was like, well, I need to go find a strike coach. So when looking around, found a place in Redlands. I was like, coach is okay. I eventually found Cody Sessions, who is my striking coach. Well, he moved, but he's still my striking coach. But I met him I did a PKB, and I fought one of his guys. Whoop me. And I was like, fuck this guy. But I was like, if I need to get better, I need to put my ego aside. And I found his gym, went in there, and changed my game forever. He's number 2 nationally ranked in his weight class in the world for Muay Thai. And he definitely changed my game, and I fell in love with the thing of Muay Thai. And not just he was like a good coach, but he's a good friend. I consider him as an older brother. Changed my life, 100% changed my life. So that's how I found striking. And then after that, I dove, I think the last year and a half, I dove deep into boxing.
Okay.
I found a very good boxing coach. He's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. His daughter's a 2-time WBO world champion. So just dissecting his brain and got my boxing really good. But I started to love boxing. Now I'm getting back into jiu-jitsu again. Jumping right back into jiu-jitsu because my last fights, I'm like, damn wrestlers. I'm jiu-jitsu guys.
It's tough, dude. I mean,
you love one thing 1 month, and then next month you want to do something else.
I think of it like this, like you can love what you want to love, but in order to be a complete mixed martial artist, sometimes the thing you neglect is the thing that comes to haunt you. And it's so hard, but I tell our guys here so blatantly, we're a newer gym. And I tell them, I'm like, I'm not going to sign off on you guys fighting if I don't see you in my class. Like, I don't care how good you are at striking. I just can't have you out there where you don't know how to defend stuff. And we were going over today defenses because when I have them do these hard rounds, it'll expose like, I don't like this, or we need to fix this up. And one of our guys did his first competition and he survived. This dude was in a pretty decently locked rear naked choke where I was like, dude, he looks like this is going to go south real quick. Stayed it in 3 minutes, found his way out, rolled out like twice. This a-hole coach is yelling at this kid and being like, you just give him 2 points. And I was like, yeah, sure, give him 2 points. Like, your boy's not finishing him. Like, It's no disrespect to him. He's winning right now. It's just, I got a lot of respect for my kid. He found in the real grit of it what it was like to find his fight. And more than winning or losing, I was like, that's the takeaway. Like, I don't think he knows that because he's so preoccupied on winning and losing. But learning how to find the fight is like,
yeah, knowing that you can fight.
You can, and this is your first time doing it. This is going to take you further than a gold medal on your first time. And so I was so proud of him, but I told him, I was like, we do have to work the defense. I go, you did survive. And guess what? He got up, got me a takedown. And I go, what is it? Like, dude, I can't even do that. You know what I mean? Like, respect, dude. And so I said, all right, if that's a weakness, let's work on it. A couple of the other guys, they would like get caught with a rear naked choke where I go, no, I don't like that. Even when your guys are catching each other, I go, at the very least, make it harder to catch each other. So after a session here with the boys on Saturday, I said, we're going to work on that. And my dude, who I give privates to, was in class tonight, looked at me and goes, what are we doing tonight? I was like, back escapes. And he goes, damn, coach, thank you. And I go, all right, don't thank me yet. We have to get out. I go, once we get out, we can figure out if that works. So then I have you come in. My favorite thing is then telling the guys, I'm like, oh, I did bring a fighter tonight. So the intensity is going to be different. Fighters always have a different intensity than a jiu-jitsu guy. It's just, unless a jiu-jitsu guy is a fighter, and still it's not even the same. I go, what they do is it's more life or death to them, because if they stay in there, that's how they not only lose the fight, but can get hurt. So I go, I like that pace. And then sure as shit, you're holding some of the guys and they're just like, they get stuck there. And I go, great, that exposed to me. Here's how we fix this. So it was super fun to watch and it was very, very helpful. But the question I like to ask, though, returning back to your story, is when did you fall in love with jiu-jitsu? So I guess the idea is you're finding your way back to it now, but I'm assuming there had to be something way back in the day when you're taking these jiu-jitsu classes first that made you, a person who might have been doing it for fun or whatever reason at the time, say, I'm going to come back and this means more than just being a hobby. So where did that happen for you, sir?
That I came back to it.
Well, just the love of jiu-jitsu. When did that happen for you?
I think after my first competition. I did a first competition was in gi. I didn't think I was going to do good. I didn't think I was going to do good. I had 4 matches. I won my first 3. I got my first submission on the competition, my first match. Gassed out, completely gassed out. I was like, oh, I got 2-3 more matches. I beat the other 2 in points. And then the final, I lose to a wrestler who just holding me down. And after that, I was like, no, I like this. This is fun. I felt, like you said, the fight. I felt the fight. I could fight it. I know I could fight. Went back. I was like, I know what I need to work on. Went out there, I lost. So I got second place. Felt like I did good and just went back to the drawing boards. And I just felt like keeping improving. I could keep improving every single day as a person or as in jiu-jitsu, just keep improving. So that's what I loved about jiu-jitsu. No matter what, always something to work on. Always something to work on. So that's what made me love jiu-jitsu so much.
I like that. Okay, let's get into another question. Why fight? So this is the part that I'm curious about, because let's take all that we've learned about you so far. The wrestling side means you know what it's like to be a performer. You know what showmanship is supposed to look like. You got in love with it from a guy like Conor, who's nothing but a showman, but underneath it, especially during that era, quite a skilled striker. Then you had the element of you left the competition, you went from being this great athlete in soccer to finding a use for your speed that probably gave you a really good advantage as you were getting into MMA and probably made you learn a little bit faster than a regular person. Having all these things, why fight?
That's like my reason I fight?
Yeah, why?
I just like competition.
Yeah?
I think that's the purest form of competition, to be honest. Like, you can play basketball, you beat me in basketball. You can beat me in a fight. It goes right out the window. Basketball don't mean nothing, right? But I just want to be the best in the world, and I think it's so fun. I think it's so fun just using my own style, my own little flair. And also, Jared was my coach for a while, my head coach for a while. So seeing him fight, just looking up to him, you're like, I want to do that. I think it's fun. I want to do it. But also, hard work pays, so like put in the hard work, and that's why I step in that cage every single. I think it's just you're free, loose. You can test everything you've been doing, your jiu-jitsu, your wrestling, your boxing, your Muay Thai. You put it all together and show off for one night. Feel like Gladiator.
I mean, for sure, bro. I've never had the interest of fighting. I think I told you this. Up until recently, didn't even care to compete in jiu-jitsu, and things change. But I found the one thing that I did like about the jiu-jitsu competition was, for years, I had seen too many people do it for ego rather than intel. Like, I compete because I love getting new intel of like, oh, I'm learning that I'm not good at this, or damn, like I was telling you, Eddie, like, dude, Eddie exposed things for me that I said, oh God, I gotta fix that and work on it. And now Eddie's like the biggest cheerleader for me, where I go, okay, I didn't foresee those things happening, but that was like a pleasant surprise of the competition world that I thought, that dude wants to win as much as I do. And hilariously, one of the guys from Millennium Peerless. One of the guys from Peerless put one of my guys to sleep. And my guy gets up and he's like, well, I didn't tap. I went out. And both Eddie comes over and he's like, that's dumb. And I go, exactly. Like, please tap, dude. And Eddie's like, yeah, dude, I competed against your coach. And there's no way I want to hurt him. I just want to beat him. And I go, exactly. I go, we have the same mentality, which is we're going out there to compete, have fun. And we kind of recognize we're old now. So it's not quite like being 20 and saying like, this is life or death. It's just us being like, hey bro, I want to go like teach my class on Tuesday and I want you to go teach your class on Tuesday. So let's just get out there. It is in some ways. So I went up to that young man who put out my guy and I shook his hand and I just go like, hey man, you let it go. You told the ref. I appreciate that. That's a good move on your part. I was like, but also it was like a triangle arm bar.
Ooh.
So he could have taken that arm and we could have had some drastic issues. So I like to think of it as I have a great deal of respect for people who are in control of their art. And that was a kid who I go, they've taught you very well that you knew you won, that you could have hurt somebody and you didn't. I think that's pretty good. And plus my guy gets to get up, we gets to train on Monday. Everybody goes home fine. Mm-hmm. Except now, granted, my dude can't continue because he didn't lose until then. So it's like an automatic, like for Jiu-Jitsu World League, you can't go back after you've been put to sleep into the competition.
Oh, so you're just
you're done
for the day.
So there was a part of me that was like, because I was thinking, I was like, do I have to put him back in? And I go, because he's gonna want to go back in. Let me read the rule. Oh, he can't. Okay, good. It's out of our hands. So I just like went up to the people and I go, I just want to make sure they're like, he's not there. I go, great. All right, we're going to go home now. Have a great one, you guys. So it was good. But when we talk about like fighter spirit and you wanting to fight, when you say you love the competition element of it, I'm naturally curious because, again, we've mentioned you've got reps in kickboxing, in MMA, in grappling. That's a pretty good like cross section of stuff. So do you have like a favorite competition memory or match or fight thus far in your experience that you really enjoyed? Or like you would say, if you've never seen me fight, watch this fight.
I would want to say my first my first Muay Thai fight.
Okay.
I took that on a week's notice. No kickbox, no Muay Thai in the ring experience. It was for the belt. They needed someone on a week notice. This guy was 8-0, eight knockouts. And Cody, I was like, Cody, you sure? Cody's like, yeah, let's take it. I know you're gonna fuck this guy up. You're gonna get it because I had to come into enemy territory. Yeah. And dude, I went in there, walked out. I could not hear my theme song. They were booing me, and it was fireworks. Wow. Cody was there yelling. He was like, "You're gonna be quiet when you see after the first round." And sure enough, lit him up the first round. We went 5 rounds. It was a 5-round title fight, but that dude was fucking tough. I was nervous as hell. First, I was 0-0, like I was 8-0. So I was like, I only have MMA experience. I just came off MMA fight a month before that.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh, sure. He's like, trust me, when they see you fight, no one's gonna want to fight you. So get this belt now, so people have to fight you.
Yeah.
So went in there, took the decision. Tough fight. It was a tough fight. Mm. Yeah, you see that fight, it was a dog fight. That kid was a dog. He was a dog for sure. I definitely had to dig deep on that one.
Good for you, man. Dude, that's really cool. See, I appreciate hearing that perspective. When I usually book somebody, I'll like go back, kind of watch a little bit of their fights. And I've always found your fights to be very composed, good. You have a fun way of making fights happen. Where now that I'm seeing you grow as a martial artist, it does check some marks. Getting to see it up close and seeing how you roll, I go, oh, okay, I see how you transfer this and this and this. And then you hit me with a moment where you were talking about one of your fights while we were rolling. And you were asking about somebody who I've also interviewed. And I go, right, yes. Did I commentate that? And I'm too busy because you're on top, inside control. And I go, wait, hold on. Yes, you're right. And I started thinking about like your fights then. I was like, oh, right. I did like that fight. I was like, it was a tough fight, but it was one where I never saw an ounce of quit from you, where I was just like, damn, that dude, he is a dog. Like he's going to give you a show. So much respect to you, man. That's a really good moniker to have. I feel like as fighters, that's your currency. Is he exciting? Is he somebody that you want to see fight? And I feel like for you, I do want to see you fight. So I think that's been a very good, hopeful reflection of what it is. Speaking of which, we've been trying to see you fight. And I was super stoked because it looked like I was going to get to commentate your last fight. What happened? What happened for that last fight, sir?
So I show up, come in there. Everybody was like, seen a ghost or something.
Okay.
I was coming in the weigh-in. I was like, what's going on? It's like, screw it, I'm just going to weigh in. So I get there, weigh in, get to the person there, and they're like, fortunately, your guy came ill. He's not showing up. I'm like, huh? What do you mean he's not showing up? I made weight, I cut weight. He's not showing up. You can at least tell me 2 days before, because 2 days before, I was so close to pulling out from that fight. I was so close because my uncle just passed away. So
my condolences.
Thank you. He just passed away. So I was like, out of respect for him, I put in all this work. I put in for this whole camp. I'm not pulling out. I'm not pulling out. I'm going to show up. I'm going to whoop this guy's ass. And then gonna deal with all that later. But yeah, I pulled up and then I'm just out there watching the fight, just so kind of depressed. Yes and no. I'm just like, man, I really want to go out there, show my hard work, show all the stuff I've been working on. Didn't get a chance to, but it all happens for a reason. I'll be ready September 27th to put on a show.
I mean, to put it bluntly, this dude looked like he was going to fight me. Like he looked like I don't got anybody to fight. And I was, we ran into each other very briefly because I just told you, I was like, hey man, I was hoping we'd get to interview after, if you won. I was going to be like, hey, pull up. We'll do the interview like we're doing it right now. And we'll chat. We'll do a whole roll session. And then I see that you don't even get to fight. So then it's like, well, now we don't even get that option. So I went up to you and I said, hey man, how are you doing? And I could see just that look in a fighter's face when all that work feels like it's not for anything. I obviously didn't know about your uncle. So that obviously adds extra pressure of sometimes fighters want that catharsis of let me get this out of my system. And then let me have that moment. Win, lose, you'll accept your fate. But if you win, it feels like you did them proud.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was worth something when you're that close to wanting to pull out. You not getting that option is detrimental. It is definitely devastating to sit there and go, okay, I don't even get to, I'm just stuck in this emotion. So, I was trying to joke with you and you weren't mean to me at all, but I could just see you were so bummed that there was a moment where I was like, I don't know, man. We talk a lot of shit. He might swing on me now. And so I went to go hug you.
Cool.
No, I know. But like, I also know you well enough now to know that this dude's literally like wham with all of his boys. So I was like, I don't know, man. So I went in for that bro hug and I was like, all right, if he goes for double unders, I got to immediately go into defense mode. But I was happy to hear that you'll be on the next card. So September 27th, looks like we got you an opponent. We'll wait for the announcement of that coming up. I think by the time this comes out, people should have seen a marker or two because it'll go up in 30 days for everybody else. But what makes you excited to be back in the cage? Because obviously it was not ideal on that date, but now hopefully everything comes together and you get to show off what your improvements have been. So what makes you excited about this next upcoming fight, sir?
Just my whole game. I've been working so hard on my whole game, where I'm weak at, where I'm strong at. It's definitely been able to change my game, so I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to use all my new weapons and use what I should have been using in my fights. But yeah, I'm getting close to going pro. I'm talking to coaches here and there. hopefully after these couple performances, I can start going pro.
That's what's up, man. I mean, you've had such consistent performances. It makes sense. I just tell people, and what do I know? Get in all the experience you can as an amateur. Literally, this is where the reps happen. And this is where I feel the people who are really looking at their pro career use these as extra opportunities to get that intel they need that make them a much better fighter. Because once you go pro, man, it is a whole different world. Just the way they judge you is so much harsher and so much more intense. The scrutiny is all there. And let's say you get what you want, which is being this badass fighter. The intensity, the pressure, it all rises. But for me, I'm thinking like, dude, go under that radar right now and surprise people, because that evolution doesn't stop. So the way that you keep evolving your game, by the time you show up as a pro, you're more of a seasoned vet that shows up there. So I do agree. I think that is a good note by you and your coaches to kind of take a couple more at least performances and then go from there.
Yeah, the only thing is, man, if I go pro in MMA, I got to go pro in everything.
Yeah?
I don't want to be on the shelf. Like, I know a lot of my teammates, they won't fight for like a year or 2 years because you're just MMA. I want to do pro kickboxing, pro Muay Thai, pro boxing, pro MMA. Stay active. Jiu-jitsu tournaments. Stay active. Keep active.
Pro wrestling?
Yeah, I've digged some cameos.
Okay. So here's what we need to do. We need to get my man in TKO. We need to get you in the UFC. And we need to get this dude front side tickets so that he can just smile, and they give him the best tickets possible so he can take his moms, his uncles, all of his people. Because this dude will make a cameo for you. Hey, listen, dude, he's only about $1.45, but I bet you he'd take a spear from Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I'll take one.
He's like, I'll take one.
I'll take one, but he's got to run around the ring. Yeah, on the outside.
So you want that little breaker off of the barricade? This dude literally is looking at me like, hey man, are you trying to make me like speed get through one of these things? Because that poor guy is just like, wait, that's what it feels like? No. And you go, bro, it's the best. It's the only way I accept a celebrity cameo is if I go, yeah, you should take that move like that. So, okay. I was just wondering because, dude, you got to, maybe we get you like a little Rey Mysterio thing going on in the future because you're just durable, man. That's a skill into itself. So clearly you've got the panache. The RKO needs some work, but
I mean, I'm rusty. I told you I'm rusty.
I'm just saying, bro, we're trying to maximize you out. You're there like, I'm going pro boxing, pro jiu-jitsu, pro this. And I was like, bro, the most obvious answer has to be pro wrestling.
I need to get a couple amateur boxing. I've been doing a lot of boxing with my boxing coach. And I've been sparring with a lot of pros over there.
Okay.
I'm feeling good, feeling sharp, and I think I owe it to him to get some boxing bouts.
So have you had amateur boxing experience?
I'm supposed to.
You're supposed to.
I haven't had it.
Because again, when I do my research, I was like, did I miss that? But yeah,
I've been grinding in the gym with these pro boxers. I'm telling you, boxing's a different world.
Bro.
They hit hard. They hit so hard.
It's it's the sweet science for a reason, but I find that the best boxers, yeah, sure, they can hit you hard, but hitting you hard once is not the worst, not the most difficult. Hitting you hard multiple times from different angles is where you go,
you don't see it.
Oh, and I told people, I'm like, dude, I think my years as boxing is like, I can't with this. Dude, even when I grapple with people, I've learned, I'm like, oh, when my eyesight is gone, that's why I'm doing reaction to some of these takedowns. Is I go, oh shit, oh no, they're in my, oh fuck, they're on my leg, yikes. So I told people, well, like I've just told people, I go, I've gotten a pretty good reverse Uno game, but I can do that in jiu-jitsu. I'm a counter grappler. I am not a counter puncher. I think that's probably one of the highest degrees of difficulty, but I have such respect for those people who can do that in that world. So, dude, yeah, when you're there, I'll definitely be watching, man, because like I said, you're an exciting fighter, and I'm intrigued to see how you have evolved what was already a fun kickboxing style. Like watching you there, you've learned how to use your body very well for a kickboxing style. And I go, okay, so what are the adaptations you make? And obviously I'm a huge grappling nerd, so I'll always watch you go over there and grapple, dude.
You've seen some more improvements. I've been grappling. That's what I mostly been doing is grapple.
I think so,
also,
yeah.
I have not neglected my striking for sure. I've been doing the rounds and got some.
You seem like somebody who you grapple because you like it, but it is more like homework in a way. So you want to do the homework. I'm pretty sure you're somebody who's like super excited to make your way into the striking classes. So that's pretty good. Speaking of which, we should tell the people, let's go ahead and round third here. You're a striking coach over
10th Planet Beaumont.
At 10th Planet Beaumont. So if people are looking to train with you, they should be going there, right?
Yes. So It's not just me. There's two other more instructors. The head coach is Jason Granado. Mm-hmm. So he runs the program. I come in on one day a week, so Wednesday nights. You come in, it's more like a sparring day. Watch a spar. I jump in there, spar, do a couple drills. Then we have another coach who coaches Monday and Friday. Evan Ortiz, another Muay Thai champion. So we got champions in there teaching classes, and
that's cool.
All underneath Cody Sessions. So Cody Sessions, the man.
That's what's up. Well, sir, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and close this on up for now, but that is your camera over there. So I'd love for you to look at that camera. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people where they can come train with you as well. I mean, if you're not taking privates, it's a consideration. I'm just saying. I mean, my boy's going to need to be making that pro money if he's not going to be dealing at the tables. I'm just saying. So let's get you some privates as well. But take care of any sponsors or anybody that's been helping you, sir. Camera's on you.
Big shout out to Sunfire Fit, my strength and conditioning coach Cameron over there. Took me in. Definitely my strength went through the roof because of him. Thank you. I do truly appreciate you, coach. Shout out 10th Planet Beaumont. If you guys need to get some work, come over there. Wednesday nights, Monday through Friday, actually, now we have Muay Thai classes. If it's not with me, and then we got Jason Granado and we have Evan Ortiz. So come out through there. Also, shout out to XFit, Square Muay Thai. Come through, man. The program's still going. Also, shout out to my coach. Shout out to Coach Cody Sessions for everything you did for me, man. Without you, I wouldn't be the man I am today. Without you, appreciate you and everything. Thank you, Jared, as well. Jared Vendera, people over at Team Quest. If you guys looking for a gym around Hemet, San Jacinto area, I highly recommend Team Quest over there with Jared Vendera. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram. My ad is at Nathan Hawthorne. Don't know how I got my name, just straight up Nathan Hawthorne. So
that's impressive.
It's a sign. So follow me on that. Or follow my MMA page is Hawthorne MMA. It's where I produce most of my content and stuff. So I'm gonna start producing a lot more. So yeah,
that's what's up, man. Well, congrats to you again. Thank you for coming down, brother. It was a blast getting to know you better.
It was fun,
and it was great getting to roll with you. You're a good time, dude, and you're good people, and I love watching you fight. So I'm gonna be stoked to commentate your fight. Don't be mad or alarmed if midway through commentary of your fight, because Spar Star, that's my baby, I just start saying some facts about your lack of pro wrestling ability. And I might be like, that looked like a good takedown, but it wasn't a spear. It wasn't like an edge spear.
Yeah, I'll come out the corner.
Yeah, hey, bro. You know what? The sad part? The sad part is this. I always tell people, I go, when I'm about to do like a post-cage interview, I get to know you guys pretty well over the years, and I've interviewed a lot of you. And like one of the fighters, Dylan from Mike's team, was like, let's flip, let's gamble in here. And I was like, bro, this is your moment. It's not about me and you, it's about you. And he's like, Raph, let's run, let's gamble right now. And I was like, they're about to see us fight right now, sir. I don't want to fight you. You know what I mean? Like, I just tell people, I go, I love the fact that they feel a connection there, but I do know, I'm like, no, more and more of these guys are literally probably going to start trying to grapple with me in there. So I'm going to be like, no, get off, kid.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. But I'm looking forward to your fight. I'm going to close this up here real quick. But my thanks to you, September 27th. Do not miss this man's return to the cage. It's going to be super, super dope. And for you guys, by the way, I don't even know. I don't think that camera works anymore. I think we're just here. For you guys right now, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't know what you want to comment on, I'll give you a topic right now to go ahead and comment on. If you didn't know what you wanted to comment on, in the comment section, I would love it if you would tell me what your worst pro wrestling injury was. So if you're like us and idiots that were wrestling as kids, that you shouldn't have been doing it, what was the worst injury you took? We found that this man went to the ER for it. I never got that,
but I might have smashed a homie's couch. I might have power bombed somebody into a couch, and like the dad was pretty mad. He was like, "Who did this?" I was like, "I don't. Wait, who did
Yeah,
this?"
furniture is always broken.
Yeah.
Furniture's always broken and stuff.
Anyway, so do that. Like, comment, subscribe. You can also check us out at patreon.com/grappling hour. Give us some love and support. $5 a month. You can see these interviews 30 days for anybody else gets to see them. And for a few extra dollars more, you can see extra bonus content like Roast Raf, the Grappling Hour Challenge, tape studies with the athletes, and different extra bonus podcasts that you will not see anywhere else. You can also check out rapesparza.com/merch, get you some Grappling Hour hoodies, some t-shirts. I might get some crew necks or some tank tops. I was thinking about that because it's like half of my gear whenever I'm training. So I might need to get some for myself. So let me know if you like that too. And additionally, if you want to continue the conversations that we have here on the show, go ahead and check us out on our Discord. Ladies and gents, that's going to do it for us here at the Grappling Hour. Thank you so much for watching along. We appreciate you guys. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.
Perfect.